Hi everyone. So on the back of the TV programme that we did recently and the fact that it was on the Mail Online, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to all the support that you've shown myself and my family, not only over the last 5 years, but very recently. The amount of messages that I've had last night and today has been incredible. So I thank each and every one of you. The reason that we do this is to highlight that this sort of stuff goes on. And that there is a vast amount of people out there that need support from not only their family, but anybody that they come in contact with in their daily lives. One of the running themes from everybody that's messaged me is that they are astounded and disgusted that these 5 people that committed this murder exist. And that's kind of made me think, do you know what? They weren't beamed down from an evil planet. They are part of our society. They are our children. They are our children's friends. They are the future of our culture. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know how we are letting them down. I don't know. I can't believe they were born like it. I'm not the sort of person that thinks that someone's born evil, but you know, we have a duty of care to every single person that ever comes into our lives to treat them with decency and respect, the way that they would you would like them to treat you. And it's quite saddened me actually, the more I've thought about it, watching the CCTV footage and seeing the amount of people in my hometown that walked past incidences that were going on that night. I'm not saying that they could have changed the outcome, but I'd just like to give you an example. I was walking through town a couple of months ago. There was about 12, 15 kids, well, 15, 16 years old, picking on a homeless guy who I happen to know is special needs. Now, I could have walked past, I could have done. I could have just put my head down and gone and met my friends, but I didn't. I assessed the situation, I hung around, I phoned the police. The police had actually already been called, so they got there quite quickly, literally while I was on the phone. And the group dispersed. And as the group dispersed, 4 lads came in my direction. Now, I could have just thought, oh, okay, that's been sorted, but I didn't. I took them to one side. I said, look, I'm sorry, but I've got to stop you. What the fuck do you think that you were just doing? Sorry for my language. And they went, it wasn't me, it was our mate. And I could have said, oh, okay then. But instead, I was like, do you really think that your mate would have been stood there having a go at that homeless guy who is special needs if you lot weren't stood around him laughing? I said, you're part of that. You've just helped make that happen. And I'm going to, hats off to them. They could have effed and blinded. I mean, who the fuck am I? I'm a nobody. But they didn't. They hung their heads and you could see them thinking about it. And I went on to sort of say to them, what are you doing with your lives? Who's to say that's not going to be one of you? Because look what you're doing with your life tonight. You're doing nothing. You're hanging around in freezing cold weather in the middle of town when you've got homes to go to. That guy hasn't got a home to go to. The last thing he needs is you lot pointing that out to him. Do you feel good about yourselves? And they were like, no. And they were very apologetic. Now, I really hope that next time one of them think they're in a situation like that, they stop. This is what I said to them. It would have just taken one of you to say to that little prick, you bang out of order, mate. Come on, leave him alone. And I really hope that my actions will make them think next time. We are part of a massive society and we're all we've got, and it's really quite saddening. And something else I'd really like you to know, something that has stuck with me and hurts me whenever I remember it. I've had the privilege of being invited into people's homes and into special needs schools to speak to lovely, lovely people and ask them questions. And one of the things that has always come up with all of them, people with special needs believe that it's normal for them to be bullied, that it's part and parcel of being special needs, so they don't bother reporting it. That is sickening. That is absolutely sickening that these people struggle with their disabilities every day, get picked on for it, get pushed, kicked, robbed, laughed at, and they don't bother telling anybody because it's just part of being special needs. Those people that are doing that to them are our kids. They're your neighbours, they're your nieces, your nephews, maybe even your mum and dad. You know, don't call your kid a retard if he's being silly about something or playing up. You know, you're insinuating that these people are something to be used as an insult. You know, that guy who sits on the bench every day, all day, you know, talking to the birds, talking to himself with his little bags around him, and then you walk past and you laugh. Why? Sit down. Say hi. Ask him if he's okay. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's special needs. Maybe he just needs a smile and to know that society hasn't given up on him. Anyway, I don't even know if I'll post this. It started out as a thank you, and I know it's ended up being a rant, but it's very close to my heart, and I want you to look at yourselves and ask what you do in situations and how you want your kids to grow up and how you would like your kids, God forbid, if they were born with any disability at all, how would you like society to treat them? And let's start changing the way this is going, because it's not going to change. Like I said, these people aren't beamed in from another planet. They're born here. We raise them as a community, as a society. We're all at fault. Do your best, guys. Bye.